In the next release of Linux Mint, they plan to add some blue to their default theme, especially with the windows. So in Linux Mint 22.2, they will be blue, daba dee daba da. Let's take a look at what's coming in version 22.2, codename Sarah. So first up, the visual refresh that users will probably, maybe, possibly notice. It's kind of subtle. The team is introducing a steel blue tint to the gray base in Mint Y in an effort to make it look more modern and somewhat metallic, which follows some trends and, the likes of Apple, Firefox, and GNOME. This small color adjustment improves consistency across GTK3 and GTK4 apps, helping Mint's desktop feel more current and cohesive, especially with the libadwaita apps. Mint is also taking a more cooperative stance towards libadwaita apps. Linux Mint has added custom libadwaita style sheets to its Mint Y and Mint X themes and patched libadwaita to ignore its own style sheet, making GTK4 apps visually align better with the system theme, which is nice. That's not all though, because Mint now uses the Flatpaks to have influence from the accent color for the theming. So this changes the accent color in Flatpak libadwaita applications based on your chosen GTK theme. So with more apps using GTK4/libadwaita, this lets Flatpaks blend in with your desktop, maintaining a unified look and feel. So that's quite nice. Also, Linux Mint is welcoming PewDiePie to the community. So PewDiePie is now using Linux Mint on his desktop. A lot of the time on his video was spent talking about his art setup, but he also mentioned that he uses Linux Mint for his desktop. But I do think it's interesting to point out what Mint said in their blog post. They say that we have a new user. How many of us now? We don't count. Dozens at least. Dozens. Welcome to Linux, PewDiePie. And that's good. It's kind of fun that they're giving a nod to PewDiePie and that sort of thing. But I do think that there's an underlying issue here. We don't count. How many of us now we don't count? This is actually a problem in my opinion. I think we should count it because us having an information about how many people are using Linux would be very helpful to convince people to make software for Linux. And if we don't count it because we just choose not to count it, then Linux Mint, consider counting, because I think it would be very valuable information. You can count in a very respectful way to the user rather than just collecting all the data that other operating systems do. There is ways to do it properly. And other distros also consider it, because the more data we have that shows how many people are using the platform, the better it is to get more development and more companies interested in the platform.